I'm the boogeyman.
Oh!
Oh, thanks.
Now I understand. I didn't understand before that. What do we got?
Chapter 8, The Wind Beneath My Wings of Death.
Oh, God.
Of course, I will narrate. Boogeyman is, of course, Joe. Kelly is Larry, correct?
Yes, I want to be Kelly Joe.
And Batty, the other character that we have not seen yet.
Okay.
Well, there. Here we go. Chapter 8.
Let's do it.
Boogeyman stood on his porch, cloughing the scap of papaya with ruins in one hand and the hand of Tahai 3, lovely Kelly, on her tur. In his left he held pure paper evil, and in the right, beautiful hope and love. He let go with his right hand and stepped off the porch. He had to go.
You know I have to go see them.
Boogeyman said as he clutched the pepper tightly as the sun started to go down on the horizon.
You know it's because of the kids. Their child is also missing. And whatever you think of them, they are errants. They need me help. If it weren't for this case, I wouldn't ever have to talk to him, my biggest foe, or her either. You know that.
Oh, God.
Boogie baby!
Ugh.
The lovely lips of Kelly purred.
I know you don't need K-N-E-E-D to explain, no matter what you think of Heinter, and no matter that your history with Stephanie, you have to... Stefine, you have to go help brackets, them. The fact Hunter sent for you must mean something. Per his peas, he's changed.
People are like buses.
The boogeyman CR'd half to Kelly, but mostly to himself.
They only change their destinations, not what they truly are. Wow. That's bad.
Buses don't change what they truly are.
They're always a
But
buzz.
he had... I know. That's poetry. It's amazing. Batty, you should use that.
No, it's horrible.
You love it.
That's great. But he had heard that he's from New Zealand now, that one of them had changed after he married to Hunter and to get birth of their child. Boogie Tamant had heard that the Onak beautiful and full of life, Stefine Mitchman, had become depressed and dark, never leaving Hunter Grand Mansion. Boogeyman knew he felt sadness for her, ellipses, and possible guilt. No one could read the ruins on the paper, but the tender Kelly could read Boogeyman like the back of a cereal box.
Boogie, I know you hate Hunter.
She just said this. Wow. I like how she repeats herself.
How you felt about her, Terpany. And I know that my dark secret is yet another raison you want nothing to do with them. But I also know you love me with as much of you heart as I love you with mine. Go to the whim, Boogie baby. Help bracket them. You're the boogeyman. It's what you do.
It's what I do. Boogeyman took out walking. What, like in a fight? He got him in the back? He loved her, but he worried to himself in his mind.
Could what I am about to do, could confronting the Helmsleys and dagger her dark secret?
He didn't know the answer were, but the only way he would risk it was because of the children. He had prom-kissed to save them, no matter what the risk to himself. But was he willing to risk the lovely Kelly? Yes, but only because she would want it that way. He reached the long drive to the HHH mansion at sunset and was shocked to see Triple H at the end of the N driveway next to the largest lino scene the Sat Boogeyman had ever seen.
You're late,
said Triple H with a sneer that said none of the horror bad blood between them had ever coagulated over the last 5 years. They had not interacted.
There was no time in your request, Triple H.
Said Boogeyman, trying to be Psyoval.
Oh, God. 3 things.
Said Triple H.
First, you must call me Mr. Helmsley, of your boss. Second, it was not a request. It was an order. By your boss. And lastly, the time to do anything I request anything is now!
What?
Jeez.
Hunter!
Boogeyman said, trying to remain calm.
I'm not here to fight with you again. There's no need. You have all you've wanted. You are hair to the entire WWE and WWE town. I'm only here for the childin', for your child, little Shane. Just allow me to help. What?
His name is Sean.
Hunter answered, the child's first name was Sean, but most people called him by his middle name Shane, which his mother had named him after he... Sean Shane! Incredible!
Wow.
Larry, you have to call me Sean Shane Helmsley as my name. After he bother, who had been left and never returned years ago.
And the reason I'm meeting you out there, besides, this is the place the help should be, is so I can speak freely. I want that kid back, and I want him back now. I know there is no bluffing a great psychological mind like yours, so I'll lay it on the straight. That kid's my insurance policy. He's the golden ticket. What keeps me sure that when old Vince is gone, this will all be mine.
God, it's a Sparky story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You find him and you can have whatever you want. Heck, you can even have her. She served her purpose, and she half lost her mind with the disappearance of her mother and bother, and a sad okay, wow. L semicolon ittle boogeyman broken heart. Poor little fool.
Boogeyman grabbed Hunter's cooler and shoved him against the limo.
His cooler?
Sorry, Triple H apparently has Tourette's.
What you've done to this girl is horrible. You've chased off her bother, conned her into a loveless marriage, and tortured her psychologically. You are a monster!
Maybe I am, said
Triple H.
But then again, I'm not the one who broke her heart and started all this, now am I? You're to blame for that. Seems you want to balm everything. Balm me for everything. Wait, no, not even that. Balm me for every thing. Except for her mother's disappearance. I might not be the world's greatest detective like you, but that kind of intersating say hello to the lovely Kelly. Don't be keeping her such a secret around screensaver around her, okay, pal?
Boogeyman froze and let loose of Hunter collar. Hunter was many thing, but he was not stupid, and his cunning was always defangous. Boogeyman backed away as Hunter entered the limo, and it started away.
Oh yeah.
Triple H leaned out the window and addressed the Boogeyman.
She got all the info on the kid up in the mansion. She waiting on you, just like old times. Enjoy yourself. Just bring the kid back to me.
The limo drove away, leaving Boogeyman at the bottom of the Darkling Drive. Like
Darkling
Darkwing
Duck?
Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Confussed, worried, and no closer to finding the kids as he was to knowing his own heart.
Aw.
Boogeyman stood on the front step to the Helmsley mansion as the dark descended on the day and on his own heart. How had she changed? Wasn't a question. She was so full of life and love when they both were students at Yale University years ago. Their love bloomed, and her fater was excited because in Boogeyman he thought he had found not only the greatest wrestling star ever, but a hair like on your head to the WWE fortune for the future. But it all fell apart. Once Boogeyman's best friend, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, starred to whisper in Vince's ear. Vince found out about Boogeyman's darker, supernatural past. Shane, Vince's rightful heir, was betrayed and reviled by Triple H. Shane had been dressing as a women wrestler.
What?
Wait, are you talking about Shane Helmsley or Shane McMahon?
We don't know.
Okay. All right.
Had been the number one woman's wrestler in WWE history. The Hunter had betrayed him, revealing his secret to Vince, who shunned Shane from WWE town. The good-hearted Shane left, never to return again, ensuring Hunter reign and destroying Stefan with the loss of the bother she loved so. The final straw was when Vice found the Boogeyman's plan to turn the WWE non-profit for children after Vince passed it on to him. Vince pushed Boogeyman out of the WWE, out of young Stefan's life, and opened the door to his daughter, to the corrupt Helmsley. And then the disappearance of Stefan's mother, Linda Mitchman, seemed to drive Stefan over the edge and into Hunter's hands.
Oh my god, so much explanation.
Now Boogeyman found himself on the steps. Wonder, how had she changed? How could he help? And, worst of all, how much of this was his fault? He rang the bell. Triple H's theme music played Thogu Hout the Great House. And the door was... That's so vain. And the door was opened by the butler.
Oh, I'll be the butler.
Yeah, go for it.
Please come in.
Said the butler. And Boogeyman followed Hakim the foot of grand staircases. They waited, then a voice.
Who's this?
Is that the butler?
I'll do it. Jerry, you may leave for the day. A voice familiar to the Boogeyman, but degrees much colder said, I think this is Stephanie. Stephanie. Someone be Stephanie.
I will be down to address Mr. Boogeyman quite soon.
The butler went to the door, picked up his coat, and before leaving, gave Boogeyman a look as if to say, take pity on the sad creature. Minutes after the door closed, the Boogeyman heard step lightly, descending the stairs. He hooked up. He would have recognized her there. She was a beautiful as ever, but in a different way. She was dressed in a long black silk robe. Her once nature brown hair was now dark black. Her once tan skin, still beautiful, but now like fine china from years of sadness indoors. And her eyes that once held the fire of youth seemed to only hold the embers of disappointment, and maybe something else. She reached the bottom step and stood there, making her eye level with the massive man who was the Boogeyman.
Len! Mr. Boogeyman, I'm glad to see you decided to visit at last.
Stephine, please.
Boogeyman wanted top play, no games. The sight of her both made him sad for what had become of her, and also mad him want nothing but to be Taiki, his Lovell, Y, Kelly, again.
Stephine, I just want to find your son. Your own son.
My own son? Oh yes, my son. You see, has gone. You see, I loved him. With all my heart. Well, all of my heart I had left.
Her sad yet sexy eyes seemed to catch fire as she glared at Boogimon when she said this.
But now, he's gone. Gone like my bother. My bother. Like everyone I have ever loved. And now I am alone again.
That's the best acting we've actually had in this entire story.
I'm actually sad now. Tear it up.
I know. Boogeyman could see she was gone. Sadness can turn a person into a shell of a human being, and this must be what happened to her. Standing there, so live, yet so dead inside. Why had Hunter sent him in to talk to her? Just to torture the poor creature more, or to torture Boogeyman? What possible he had caused.
Stefan, I am sorry. More sorry than you know, but the past is the past, and your own son is still out there. I know it!
Okay, this
and
is
I will
for us.
find him. So swears the Boogie Mamananan.
Mamananan. The boogeyman turned to leave, but with only of her long red nailed hands, Stefan held his shoulder, and the other grabbed at the sash of her silk robe.
No! Please! Leonard! Please don't go! Stay! Stay with me! Stay!
Her red nail stoked his cheek as to her nails dropped the robe from her china pale shoulders. She stood before him, a pale glow-wong beauty, in the moonlight, through the giant bay windows, the low-cut sea corset reviling the ample bosom, and the black stocking her still muscular's shapely legs. Jeez. He reddest of red lips drew close to the boogeyman, and she sighed. And she sighed.
I can't even see it. Stay with me! Don't leave me!
As she kissed him first slowly, then roughly and passionately.
Roughly.
No!
The boogeyman yielded as he broke away.
Stefan, I have to go. I must find the kids. Your child. I promise you I will do this.
T, the boogeyman, turned and rushed out the door and into the night, leaving the beautiful husk of a woman on her knees at the bottom of the stair, weeping. Weeping.
This is my favorite line.
Oh my god, can we read this?
Yeah, read it.
It's in the story. But ass, boogeyman. Sorry, incorrect. But ass, boogeyman rushed into that night, fated to be more sinister than all others. He could not hear what happened in that house. The sound of sobbing from that W-man, open he knees changed from sobbing to laughter, wild laughter, as if from beyond darkness itself. And as the former Ronzi, she cried.
Go! Go! Go to your tramp Kelly, but be aware, you have taken my very heart from me.
Her form grew strong, the back of her crowset split as wings. Janat, bat-like wings, grew from her back. Her teeth reared back, reviling the razor cannies, and her eyes burnt red in the darkness.
You have taken my heart from me. And now I will take your heart, all your love, all your Kelly from you I.
The maniacal laughter filled the house, and the wings took flight as she sailed up the stairs and crashed thought the giant bay windows and into the night, and towards the sweet innocence of Kelly. The only sun left was the falling of glass tinkling on the stairs. The tears on the floor swirled with red as blood.
Cripes. The end, forever.
Guys, Stefan McMahon is a bat.
Yes, that's what I learned. It was hard to tell, though, but yes.
Stephanie really likes using ellipses when she speaks.
She does. parts.
There's a lot of
So many
pausing in that
pauses.
story.
And that, by the way, that was chapter 8 of From Under the Bed.
And as of right now, there is no more of that story. There doesn't exist. So
Come on, Redbird, you uploaded one on the 24th. You've got to do more.
I have to know what happens now because crazy Stephanie Bat Vampire Woman is going
yeah,
to.
I mean,
Kill
brackets
Kelly
his
Kelly.
own son, close brackets, Hunter Kelly love triangle with Stefan.
his own.
What
Soon.
about her? What about her bother?
I mean, what
He
about
chased
Sean
away her
Shane?
father.
Shane Helmsley.
His own
Shane.
Soon. His own
Poor
Soon.
Sean Shane.
His own
He's so
Soon.
misunderstood.